Welcome back to the Sanders Kitchen. I'm so glad we're back again. God, today's video, you're going to love it. We're going to be making boudin stuffed pork loin. To get started, I want to introduce you to a few of the ingredients. So we have today, not regular boudin, but crawfish boudin. So we have boudin, we have a nice pork loin, and so we're going to cut it right in half, and then we'll show you the rest of that process. But we have bacon, we have spinach. So we bought some baby spinach and we took the stems off. And we're going to serve it up with some sweet potato, because sweet potato goes really good with pork. So stick around. We're going to get started doing this, okay? See you in a minute. All right, let's get started trimming the pork loin. I think you guys have done this before, but it's really simple. You just take your knife, get right underneath the skin, and slice it to the end. You don't want to slice away too much meat, so try to be careful with that. There's a lot of meat here, so just take your time and slice off as much of the fat as you can. Remove the silver skin the best you can. When I get through here, we'll come back and show you the rest of the process. It's really easy. Okay, so our pork loin is trimmed of all the fat. I left a little bit on. It's going to cook out. Now I'm switching over to my boning knife. And you'll notice that there is a chain on the end of the pork loin. And we're going to just leave it on. So what we're going to do to start cutting this, I want to cut about a 1/2 inch deep. Now you'll notice how it started to fold over. You'll see how it folded over right there when I made that cut. So now we're going to turn it, because I'm right-handed, and I'm going to continue slicing at that thickness and unrolling the pork loin. Don't want it to get too thin. It's not going to be perfect, I promise you. But it'll be good. Well, looky here. We didn't do that great of a job, but it's rolled out. The next step is to tenderize it. And I think more so than tenderizing, we're just spreading it out a little bit. So hit it several times, try to spread it out, and when I get through doing this one, then we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so our loin, our pork loin, is flattened out as much as I'm going to flatten it out. The next thing we're going to do is take our boudin, our crawfish boudin, and we're just going to squeeze it out into the plate. Now you can do this any way you like, but you know, look, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can cut into it with your knife and just peel it open like that, which is very easy to do. Or you can just give it a squeeze in the middle and squeeze it out to the end like that. Look at that, it's just all coming apart anyway. The pork loin is flattened out as much as I can flatten it. My boudin is ready. Now let me shake this up a little bit. This is a brand new bottle of Paul Prudhomme's Pork and Veal Magic. And I'm going to season the inside of this liberally, because you know that's a lot of pork. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is take this boudin and I'm going to layer it on here like this. Spread it out. I hope y'all could see this real good. We'll just layer it out like this. See, doesn't have to be perfect. The next thing is we're going to go on with our spinach. Layer it on as thick as you like. Because you know when spinach cooks down, it turns into hardly nothing. It's rolling it up that becomes the challenge. And now I'm going to gently turn this and we're going to roll it up. All right, so let's roll up the pork loin. I doubt seriously you're going to keep every leaf on here. But you can certainly try. And that's how that works. All right, so you have it rolled up. And now Pam will come over here and show us how to do a basket weave with bacon. Who doesn't love bacon, right? And we're going to put that basket weave on top. It's really an easy process. And then we're going to tie it up and throw it in the oven and bake it. And it'll be ready to go. So give me a minute to set everything up and Pam will be right with you.
Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a bacon basket weave to go on top of our delicious pork loin. First thing I did is, if you remember, Mike measured our pork loin. It was about 18 inches, cut it in half, so each half was 9 inches. But after he pounded it out and made it thin, it actually grew about an inch. So we have 10 inches. So what I did is on my parchment paper, I'm going to do it on parchment paper, which makes it a lot easier to transfer it on top of the pork loin. So what I did is I put 2 tiny dots. I measured out 10 inches. And what I'm going to do is layer my bacon this way, 10 inches wide. That way I know at least I have the width that it needs to be. And after I get that laid out, then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to make the weave. So this is how this starts. We'll take our bacon. This is my last piece of bacon, and we're going to go ahead and put the pieces down like that. And now we have a bacon weave, just that easy. Our bacon little basket weave is ready for our pork loin, but before we do that, I want to put a little bit more seasoning on that.
Yeah, I like to season the top. So we're going to transfer it over to the basket weave with the seam on the bottom. Probably going to lose a few things out of there, but
we'll stuff it back in.
Here we go.
There you go.
Like that.
Okay, then I have a couple of strips of bacon that what I want to do is try to seal up the edges just a little bit before we wrap it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Put 2 on each end. A little more bacon never hurt anybody. Now, we're going to turn it over, and when we do, we'll put the bacon on top like that. So
give it a nice little roll. All these little end pieces, you just need to kind of pull those up a little bit. Like that. And then give it a roll over.
twirl it up like a Tootsie Roll.
There you go. We'll go ahead and take a whole bunch of string, butcher's twine. I like to do this the easy way. Just going to pull it up. I'm not an expert at tying, I can tell you right now. But anyway, we'll just put about 4 of these on here and we'll put it in a roast pan. And we're going to put it in a 425-degree oven for 30 minutes. That's going to crisp up the bacon, and then we'll reduce it down, we'll reduce the temperature to 325 and continue cooking until the internal temperature reaches 145 degrees. It's going to go up to 150 on the inside once we take it out. But we do want the bacon crispy, we want the inside cooked. It's going to be great. We'll show you what it looks like. Let me get this tied up and we'll put it in the oven. Hey, check this out. Can you see the bottom of that? It looks so pretty. There's no seams. The seam is under the bacon. That's what we want. We'll see you back in a couple of hours, all right? The pork loin is out of the oven. It took 90 minutes to reach 145 degrees. Anyway, I'm going to cut the string off. But while I'm cutting the string off, I just want to recap and tell you that we put the pork loin in at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. 30 minutes in, without opening the door, we reduced the heat to 325, and it took another hour to reach its final temperature. So I would think that even if you didn't have an internal thermometer, that you would be good to just cook it for 90 minutes. So let's cut this thing open and see how pretty it looks. Can you see that? Look how pretty that looks. That is gorgeous. That is a gorgeous piece of meat right there. The bacon is crispy. The meat is tender and juicy. Okay, you're not going to believe this. It smells so good. It is amazing. This pork loin, this stuffed pork loin is so good. I don't know why anybody would wait for a special occasion to do this, because it's that good. So let's just take a piece that we cut. We'll put it on our plate. It's so pretty. I can't wait to dig in. My mouth is running water. You know, this to me is better than restaurant quality food any day of the week. So I'm going to cut in to a nice piece of this, and let's make it happen. The pork and the bacon flavor, or the pork and the crawfish boudin. I'm telling you, it is so good. It is, you have got to try this. And it's so easy too, really. I mean, I'm not an expert at, you know, doing the pork loin, you know, cutting it open and all that, but look, anybody can do that. It's really easy. So I would love for you to give this a try. Let us know if you do. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't, because we would love for you to continue coming back and watching Pam and I cook in the kitchen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today to the Sandra's Kitchen. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and there's plenty more to come. Give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and guys, have a great weekend, and God bless you.